Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is Fumi, the lead consultant, MAXIM-Concept Consulting Practice. And what are we into? As far as MAXIM-Concept Consulting Practice is concerned, we're into training and advisory as it relates to law, as it relates to accounting and auditing, as it relates to governance, and as it relates to risk management. So today I'll be talking to us about issues that relates to governance. And the topic is governance issue across the board. I'll be doing an introduction today, and after today we'll now go into like 6-part series where I'll be talking to us other area as it relates to governance as it relates to corporate setting, governance as it relates to the public sector, and governance as it relates to non-governmental organization, because it calls across board. Important in the corporate organization, important in the public sector, very important also in the non-governmental organization. And so what does it entail? It deals with system, it deals with rules, and it deals with processes through which a corporation is being directed, and it also deals with relationship between corporate managers and board of directors and their shareholders, and also the corporation itself and other stakeholders, e.g. society at large. And that's why I made mention of the fact that it cuts across a corporate organization, cuts across public sector, and also a non-government organization. And so what brought about corporate governance in the early 2000s. So one of the things that get to happen around that period is the fact that there was a massive breakdown of corporate governance as such. Let me just say corporate governance. And so you find out that the companies like the well-known companies like the WorldCom, the Enron, they had fraudulent financial practices and poor governance. And so as such, due to the issue that erupted, it led to situations whereby stakeholders, shareholders begin to call for the need to have a sound corporate governance in place in organization. And so USA came up with Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002, which talks about ensuring that there is sound corporate governance in place, cutting across private sector, public sector, and non-governmental organization. And also we have the combined code of corporate governance. So UK also came up with the combined code of corporate governance. And what we have in Nigeria is an adaptation of both the Sarbanes-Oxley Act and the combined code on corporate governance. And so that is all I have for us today. In the next video I'll be talking about like I said, we will now be diving into the different parts as it relates to other area as far as corporate governance in the corporate setting, in the non-corporate setting, and in the public organization is concerned. Thank you. Do like, share, and subscribe. Do have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you.